I'm Flanagan Anderson. I'm here with Adam Wise, who's running for office. Adam, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Yep, so I'm running for the House of Delegates in District 11 in Virginia, which is primarily Fairfax City and Oakton.
So what led you to run?
Well, so it's really about a 16-year story. Back in 2008 or so, I saw George W. Bush considering bailing out the banks and insurance companies and things like that, and I remembered back to my economics classes at George Mason that you're not supposed to do that. Of course he did. Life went on, and then another guy came around and said that he wanted to give us universal health care, and I hoped America didn't vote for him, but America did. And so I realized that this country I love is in trouble. So that really began a long process that is still continuing, by the way, of me really trying to learn what it takes to really have good government. What are those principles that our founding fathers gave us that we need to get back to?
So over that 16-year journey, what was it that you studied?
Right. Well, actually, I brought some props. So I basically have been studying two different tracks at the same time, a lot of economics all the time. So this is Economics in One Lesson by Henry Hazlitt. I recommend everyone read it. It's pretty simple. I call it like the economics Bible. But this really started me off learning about economics. And then I read The 5,000 Year Leap by W. Cleon Skousen. It really talks about in human history, with thousands of years of technology and innovation just sort of creeping along, why all of a sudden did we have this explosion of innovation? And, all of a sudden now we've got air conditioning and iPhones and we're sending people to the moon. And so what was it about America truly that caused this explosion in human creativity and flourishing? So really I started this track of founding fathers, Declaration of Independence, Constitution, free market, really just what made America great in the first place.
What makes you different from other politicians?
Well, other than the fact that I don't consider myself a politician, I'm just a regular person running for office, really it's my philosophy of government. So everything I've studied for the past 16 years has led me to believe that limited government really is the best government. There's a nice phrase, it isn't a perfect phrase, but it says that the government which governs least governs best. Certainly you've got different roles of government at different levels, and this is a state office that I'm pursuing here, but really you want a free market. You want people to be able to pursue their own interests, and government is really meant to get out of the way, really. So my philosophy is that government is not the answer. Government is quite often the problem.
And how would that help you with taxes?
Right. Well, you got to lower taxes. I mean, my campaign slogan is, it's your money, keep as much of it as possible. And really that means that the government needs to have as few programs as possible, only those things that are absolutely essential to running the state and to running the district, etc. But essentially, the less programs you have, the more money people can keep in their own pockets. That means that we don't have to be squeezed so much by the politicians trying to get our money at every turn. So less taxes, more freedom and prosperity.
So would you cut regulations?
Oh, absolutely. So I don't think I've ever met a regulation I liked. Regulations, they slow progress down and they cost money. So all the money it takes to comply with all these different regulations, this is money that could be paid to increase wages, right, and to innovate, to provide better goods and services to your public, to those you're serving. So really get rid of all these regulations that stand in the way of this productivity.
And what would you do about programs?
Right. Well, so if someone comes to me with a problem and says, I've got this problem, your standard politician is going to say, well, I'm going to fix that. I'm going to create a program for you, right? I'm going to create some sort of government solution. What I would do is say, well, how has the government gotten in the way in the first place, right? How has the government messed this up for you in the first place? And I would actually seek to remove programs that get in the way of people pursuing their own interests.
And what would the 11th district look like if you won?
Well, really, I want those in the 11th district, but also all across Virginia, to wake up in the morning and be excited. Be excited to go to work, to go to school, whatever you're going to do. I want you to be excited about waking up in the morning and pursuing these interests, just like the Declaration of Independence says, to pursue your own happiness, right? So whatever it is you're pursuing, I want you to go out there and make that money and be productive and, keep as much of your own money as possible. And if you want to buy a house, get married, start a family, whatever you want to do, I really want people to wake up in the morning believing that you can achieve that and that the government is not going to get in the way. So I want people to be excited about waking up in the morning and pursuing their own happiness.
I think the founders would agree with that too.
Thank you, Flanagan.
Thank you, Adam.